Oh snap, did you play yet?
Nah, I ain't play yet. I've been updating all my players. I think I got everybody now.
Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on last year's national champions, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Missouri State's offense will take the first swing of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Aggie! How about this defense? Back to the house.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. That's a play he's going to learn from.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Looking for space. It's Lawson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Bears line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run on their first 3 plays of the game in their own end. Run, but they don't pick up the first down.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Bears are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Lawson. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Rushes on him, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Tight and finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. A long way to go on 4th and goal. He wants to throw it. Now rolling to the left. He'll go out of bounds, and he did not get to the 1st down marker, and they'll give up the football. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was 2 big things. I think one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last.
Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Missouri State offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Might be changing the route. The pitch to the left. Breaks into the open. He's at the top, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Missouri State.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Right back to him on the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Catch in stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. To the air on 1st down. He makes a grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Missouri State! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. First play of the drive wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Fires on the move. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Ripping through the defense. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Missouri State. Great job by the back on the option. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in.
There he goes. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got him. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what...
Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I think the offense caught the D off guard on that play, throwing it to the fullback. I think this defense was expecting the fullback to kind of ram up in there and try to block somebody, maybe get a fullback dive, but not release out of the backfield like that and catch the ball. This fullback, he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Working the middle to the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't. Gets away from one, finds room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll go back to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete to the right. Russell out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to attack another one. Max going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
Another.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Daniels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Bringing the heat. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. At the 30.
Defense is about negative plays. Negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great... Not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Plows through the defense. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He's going to run it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellows, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And This offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players...
Oh, he's got some space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on a scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was
Wide open on the right. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggie.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, is because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've
So here comes the Bear offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Right on the money. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Keeps looking downfield. The throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. They just can't seem to cover this guy. He keeps getting open even when he's running out of space on the sideline.
Yeah, running out of space, they're still going to feature him. They see the matchup, and look at the balance and the coordination and just knowing where I'm out on the field to get the feet inbounds and secure the catch. What a play and what a day for this young man.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Bears in the hurry-up. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Gonna look downfield again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Finds a man on the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The offense changing the play. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lost one deep down the right side. Pulls in the deep ball. Into the secondary. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. So here comes the Missouri State offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 40. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Bears are in the hurry-up.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And back to the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Touchdown, Missouri State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Set ready.
They'll move the wide receiver. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in, looking for space. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Rolling right and going deep. It's caught. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same. Completions and touchdowns. This dude's a machine.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down.
Delay of game, offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, running back on the move. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Working that left side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. On target over the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This dude is dealing at receiver right now, and he's going to have them yelling well past midnight.
And these receivers are the ones that scare the mess out of you. The Mike Evans that on the outside that you know they're throwing him the football, and you ain't got anybody that can match up. And when the Aggies find those guys, these offenses hum like crazy.
They're working that left side. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And the Aggies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. And the defense, got him at the 27.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Looking downfield. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. He got it. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 14 to UCLA. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the back in motion. Going to sling it on second down. Going to try to get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Buying some time as he moves left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to...
He's loose on the right. He's at the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Missouri State offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football, you can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, first and 10 again.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's Peace. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. He's got it on the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. Buys a little time with his feet. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Punt is on its way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line.
27, jump.
Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on second down. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's going to go down as time has run out. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's there.